take this away. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Radha Madhava Kunjabi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yasodanandana Raja Janaran Jana Yasodanandana Raja Janaran Jana Yasodanandana Raja Janaran Jana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Jaya Prabupada Jaya Prabupada. Prabupada Jaya Prabupada. Jaya Prabupada. Prabupada. Prabupada Jaya Prabupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astataro Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabupada ki. ISKCON Founder BBT Founder Srila Prabupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrand ki. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki. Guru Parampara ki. Bhaktivedanta Purports ki. Shri Kartik Mas ki. Natai Go Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari. Today marks the final or last day of our Kartik month, and today is also Rasa Yatra, amongst other auspicious events for today. So in keeping with the Rasa Yatra, we will read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the Madhya Leela, chapter 15, entitled Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offers prasadam. Text number 36. Ehi mata rasa yatra hara dipavali. Utana dvadashi yatra dekila sakali. Matajis. And the word for word, Ehi mata, in this way, Rasa yatra, Rasa dancing of Lord Krishna, Hara and Dipavali, the day of Dipavali, when rows of lights are lit. Utana dvadashi yatra, the festival of Utana dvadashi, Dekila Sakali participated in all of them. So we just observed Utana Akadashi and Dwadashi on Thursday and Friday. And then 3 days after comes the Rasa Yatra, just these few days ago, and today's Rasa Yatra. And in the purport by, at least the translation first, you can repeat after me. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees participated in all the festivals, including Rasa Yatra, Dipavali, and Utana Dwadashi. And then the purport by Srila Prabupada. Srila Prabupada ki. The Dipavali festival takes place on the dark moon night in the month of Kartik, October and November. That's the day Krishna broke the butter pots and was tied up, Damodar Leela, which passed. The Rasa Yatra or Rasa dancing of Krishna takes place on the full moon night of the same month, which is this evening. Utana Dwadashi takes place the day after Ekadashi in the waxing fortnight of the moon in the same month. All the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu participated in all these festivals. Om Agyana Timirandasya Agyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. In the autumn of 1966, 26th Avenue in New York City, Srila Prabhupada just began the Krishna consciousness movement in a sense. And there were two sets of devotees who were initiated on Janmashtami and Radhastami respectively, just prior to that, about 2 months before. So in that particular area in Lower Manhattan, there were a lot of nightclubs also. You understand what that is? Yes. So one morning, Srila Prabhupada used to begin his morning program at 7 o'clock at that time in the early days, just to get people to come in a little later in the morning because they cannot come early. But some people did come early and waited outside the door because they didn't sleep the whole night and they were in some club and was walking past. So one morning, Srila Prabhupada was chanting the Hare Krsna Maha Mantra at 26th Avenue, and his eyes were closed. And people were walking in, including those who were already there from the beginning, his first initiated disciples. So one young girl, quite intoxicated, walked in, and she didn't know what she was walking into, because she was intoxicated or drunk or drugged, coming out of some club. And she just walked right in. And she was in front of Srila Prabhupada, amongst the other devotees there. Brahmananda Prabhu was recently initiated 2 months before or so. And he's quite strong-bodied, even those days. So she did the same thing that she was doing in the nightclub. She wasn't chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in response to Srila Prabhupada's chanting. And she was, I think the word is used, gyrating her body in a sensual way in front of Srila Prabhupada. So Brahmananda thought, I have to do something. And his thoughts were like that. He didn't do anything yet in terms of activity, but his thoughts, his consciousness was like that. So he recalls that Srila Prabhupada, with his eyes closed, is telling Brahmananda, because he left the kartas and he's telling Brahmananda, don't do this. So the young girl, barely 20 years of age, continued her dancing in a sensual way, which was affecting the other devotees also. And Prabhupada still had his eyes closed and chanting in a very deep way. So eventually, after the chanting was going on for some time, maybe 20 minutes or so, she became sobered up from an intoxicated state, and suddenly she was like, where am I? And there's people around me and they are swaying like that, and I should be doing the same thing probably. Can you imagine the potency of Srila Prabhupada's chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? That it sobers people up instantly. And she looks aside, and then she realized she has to go with the flow of how they sway and they dance. And Brahmananda felt at ease. And then Srila Prabhupada stopped the kirtan, and then he opened his eyes. And he didn't speak. He just asked, any questions? And she immediately raised a hand. And she was also like entering into the words of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When she became sobered up, like that, raised a hand. She didn't know how to address Srila Prabhupada. He was called Swamiji at that time, but she didn't even know that. So she asked Srila Prabhupada a question. She asked, can I dance with this person that you were chanting about? His name is Krishna, or something like that. So Prabhupada said, Krishna. Yeah, can I dance with him, with Krishna? Like that. And Srila Prabhupada immediately took a few moments, and everyone was waiting for his answer. And he closed his eyes and he just said one word, yes. That's Rasa Yatra. That's Rasa Lila. But you can only gain entrance into it from a Paramahamsa Thakur. And Prabhupada is a Paramahamsa Thakur. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astataro Sri Srimad. This divine grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabupada ki jai. You have to be blessed by such a personality. And then Brahmananda and other devotees were Prabhu and saying, what? She just walked in? She doesn't even follow the regular principles. We took some vows at least, And she's blessed like this? Another time, Srila Prabhupada was giving a Srimad Bhagavatam class. And during the class, maybe midway through the class, because he's on the raised platform at Vyasasan and he can see So one of his young-bodied female disciples, who happens to be very stunningly beautiful, walked in late for the class. And in her own way, she walked in through the door and she walked through the devotees onto the ladies' side, and while she was walking, while Srila Prabhupada is speaking from Srimad Bhagavatam, his eyes followed her. And he's speaking. His eyes followed her and he's speaking. So everyone noticed that Srila Prabhupada's eyes is looking at somebody and following that person, and they turned around and their eyes also went onto the stunningly beautiful female disciple of his until she sat down. And after she sat down, Srila Prabhupada paused this lecture for a few minutes and he said, "And you all see her for your sense gratification." And then he said, "However, I see her for Krishna sense gratification." This is the Paramahamsa Thakur. Srila Prabhupada had one early disciple, probably initiated in 1968, and he gave him the name Kartikeya Das. Prabhu Vishnu Prabhu, you know him? But he's an early disciple. It's a famous name. Kartikeya.
I joined in England.
Oh, okay. You know him. He joined in 1968 or so? Yeah. So there's another way that Srila Prabhupada blesses. There's a Paramahamsa Thakur. He's not a regular sannyasi, and not a regular Uttama Bhagavat or Uttama Adhikari. No. It's beyond that. That comes through sadhana. To be a regular sannyasi and Uttama Bhagavat, it comes through sadhana. He is actually a Shakta Avesh. He is empowered to descend for our purification. And in this lecture of Srila Prabhupada, which is like an arrival lecture in Gainesville in July 29, 1971, there's another way he blesses. It's quite amazing. It's not ordinary thing. This type of potency to bless. Yeah. So I'll read it for you. Arrival lecture, July 29th, 1971, Gainesville. Prabhupada says, so if a Vaishnava appears in a family, he liberates not only his father, but his father, his father, his father in that way. You know, grandfather, great-grandfather. But Prabhupada uses that term, father in that way, his way of speaking. So that is the best service to the family, to become Krishna conscious. And then Prabhupada says, actually it has happened. One of my students, Kartikeya, his mother was so much fond of society that usually when he wanted to see his mother, Kartikeya went to visit his mother. The mother says, you sit down here in the house. I am going to the dancing party. That means club. Because she knew that he follows the four regulative principles. Yeah. Then Prabhupada said, that was the relationship. Still, because this boy, Kartikeya, is Krishna conscious, he was talking of Krishna to his mother many times. So at the time of death, the mother asked the son. The mother asked Kartikeya, where is your Krishna? He is here? She's questioning him, where is your Krishna? He is here, and she immediately, she died. And then Prabhupada says, and that means at the time of death she remembered Krishna and immediately she was delivered. She was going to another dancing party, another so-called material Rasa Leela. And Prabhupada blessed her through the consciousness of his sincere and dedicated disciple Kartikeya. He delivered her. How powerful such a personality must be. In other words, he cannot be replaced. Nobody can take his place. There's only one, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So in April 16, 1973, there's an initiation ceremony going on. And Brahmananda Prabhu was assisting Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada told him, call her. So Brahmananda said, Nancy, come. Bhaktin, Nancy, come. So Prabhupada said, Hare Krishna, you know the rules and regulations? And she repeats, no meat, fish or eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex life. And Prabhupada, he uses these words. You can hear it on the tape. It's very nice. I heard all of his lectures. Yeah. So Prabhupada says, all right, come on. It's very nice. All right, come on. It's like affection. Come on. I'm taking you with me, so to speak. Come on. So she was nervous, so she came close like that. And then says, Prabhupada, all right, come on. Your name is Rasa Parayana. He gave her that name. And then he said, Rasa Parayana is one of the gopis, and your name is Rasa Parayana Dasi. One who wants to dance with Krishna in rasa dance. He blessed her, gave her the name, Rasa Parayana Dasi. And then Prabhupada warned her, no ballroom dance. Next one, no ballroom dance. And then Prabhupada said, no ballroom dance, finished. That means no more for you, this one, this other one. Finished. Then Prabhupada asked her, all right? And then she said, yeah. She didn't even speak. Yeah. Like that. Amazing. And Srila Prabhupada was in Tokyo, April 21st, 1972. Now, how many of you can remember what you did when you were 1 year young, 1 year old? How many of you can remember clearly what were your activities? Anyone? It's very difficult. I can't remember when I was 1 year old. But Prabhupada says, I remember when I was only about 1 year old. There was a great Sankirtan in our house. And I joined, and Prabhupada uses the word, and I joined in the dancing party. Nice one. And I joined in the dancing party. Like that. But when I went into the, you could say, congregation of devotees in his home, Sankirtan was going on, Harinam Sankirtan. When I joined in, nobody could see me. And then he says, why? Because I was only up to the knees. I was very small. And I used to see, sometimes I used to go in between the legs and when this happened in Tokyo, then Prabhupada stood up. Like that. And Prabhupada has a unique way of dancing. You know, it's like his whole body like moved. I don't know if somebody can do that. If you see it also in the Rath Yatra in London, you know, it's like, you know, like that. Yeah. We may do different ways, but you know, he's just going like that. And he's doing that. And he said, I was doing it when I was 1 year old. And he never changed that way of dancing, you know. You know, like when he's going up and down. Not swaying, it sways also, but yeah. Very amazing. Paramahamsa Thakur. Then Srila Prabhupada made a statement at one time in a lecture in 1971 in New York. He said, you cannot enter fire without being fire. And then he added, you cannot speak about fire without experiencing fire. It's quite amazing. And in a morning walk, April 12, 1974, Bombay. Srila Prabhupada says that the 10th canto is described as the face of Krishna. And then he said, so you cannot immediately go to the face. You must begin from the feet. And immediately he says, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Like that. And then Prabhupada says, you know, first canto, second canto. Therefore there are 9 cantos and then 10 canto. And Krishna's rasa dance. That is the smiling of Krishna. Rasa dance. So you cannot ask the superior to take the facility of his smiling. Smiling will only be there when the spiritual master is pleased. Because the smiling face of Krishna is projected through the consciousness of the face of the spiritual master. And when he smiles and he's pleased with you, that's called Rasa Lila consciousness. Very clear. 1974. No jumping over. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Vallabha Bhatta, or later known as Vallabha Acharya. We're not talking about Vallabhacharya's daughter. That's a different Vallabhacharya whose name is Lakshmi Devi, who became the consort of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's a different Vallabhacharya. Talking about the person named Vallabha Bhatta, who later took on the title of Vallabha Acharya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jokingly told him, so you have become a prostitute? That you want to surpass our Swami? That means our previous Acharya called Sridhar Swami? Don't be a prostitute. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Vallabhacharya as a friend, and in friendly terms you can argue and disagree. And he appreciated his commentary but never quoted much from it, because he labeled him a prostitute. So prostitute means you give up chastity, loyalty, and faithfulness. So don't give up chastity, loyalty and faithfulness in relation to Srila Prabhupada. So when one quotes, when one is giving a class, one should quote a purport of Srila Prabhupada and then back it up with the previous acharyas. First you quote Prabhupada, and if a commentary supports Prabhupada's purport, then you speak. But if you go to commentaries of the previous acharyas and speak, and it's more than what Prabhupada has given us, then that is jumping over. Don't become a prostitute. You simply be loyal, faithful and chaste to Srila Prabhupada. He's given us everything, including how to enter into Rasa Lila, which I'll explain now. There's a wonderful devotee that joined way back in 1967 or 1968, and Prabhupada named him Makanlal Das. Yeah. And he has an elder brother called Narayan Das. Yeah. So he entered the sannyas ashram before he left us, and he was given the name His Holiness Bhakti Madhurya Madhava Swami. Yeah. So he was recalling something when we were together in Mayapur in 2011, like that. He mentioned that one young lady disciple of Srila Prabhupada approached Srila Prabhupada, and the transcripts of the Nectar of Devotion, because Prabhupada used to translate, but it wasn't immediately put into book form. It was transcribed and then, editing and so forth. But the devotees used to get the transcriptions ahead of time. Prabhupada wanted it. Send the transcriptions, because you'll get benefit like that. So one of his young female-bodied disciples, she was reading in the transcripts from Srila Prabhupada that one should meditate on a resident of Vrindavan. These words are there, Raganuga and Ragatmika. Raganuga means one who follows in the footsteps of one of the Ragatmikas. Ragatmika means eternal associates of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. So when Srila Prabhupada asked in this gathering, in a closed gathering, not in public, any questions, so she raised the hand and she said, Srila Prabhupada, it says in the Nectar of Devotion that one should meditate on a resident of Vrindavan. Now Srila Prabhupada, he doesn't say no and he doesn't say yes. He'll just say, It's famous. Because when I hear his tapes, sometimes he coughs. It's such a wonderful, such an amazing thing. Everything about him. It's not ordinary. Even the cough is not ordinary. So Prabhupada just, said, So she continued. And she said, Srila Prabhupada, but I like Nanda Maharaj. And Prabhupada said, She said, but then I was also thinking that I also like the gopis. And maybe the cowherd boys. And maybe amongst the gopis, especially Srimati Radharani. So Prabhupada said, And then somebody told her, said, can you ask Prabhupada your question? Then she said, okay, I have to ask Prabhupada the question. Then she said, Srila Prabhupada, I am not so clear on whom I should meditate on. Whether it's Nanda Maharaj, whether it's Yasoda, whether it's Radharani, or whether it's Subal or Sridham, like that. I'm not so clear whom I should meditate on. And Prabhupada, as it was described to me, it's like surpassing thunder and lightning. He took his fist and he banged it on the table. And he said, and you should know that I am the resident of Vrindavan. It's only through this Paramahamsa Thakur. He practically shouted at her. Now, how to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna? Nice topic, eh? Sounds very romantic, and so forth. How to enter. So in the purport to Nitai Padakamala, December 21st, early 1968, in Los Angeles, Srila Prabhupada says, if one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And then Prabhupada quotes, Narottam Das Thakur advises, please take shelter of Lord Nityananda. And what will be the result of accepting the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda? He says, Ena Nitai Binai Bai, unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Radha Krishna Paitenai, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. He's just jumping over. So one of His Holiness Giriraj Swami's favorites anecdotes of Srila Prabhupada, and he often says this, like that. He said that Srila Prabhupada said, in order to approach Radha Krishna, we need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And in order to receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we need to receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And then somebody may have asked the question to Srila Prabhupada, but how do we receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda? And then Srila Prabhupada said, then you have to approach and preach to people who are like Jagai and Madhai. That's what Lord Nityananda did. See? There was an amazing disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He was innocently eccentric, but such a heart of gold. And I served here as for many years. I served in Vrindavan, even as the president here 22 years ago, of Krishna Balaram Mandir. And he used to stay a lot in Vrindavan. And when you see him walking around, he has these two big like Sankitan bags, and his name is Vishal. He's late now. He's passed on here in Vrindavan. Yes. And Prabhupada named his wife Vishalini. Yeah. So one time I got speaking to him, and I just tried to enter into them, They have so much association with Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. And then he told me, and Vishal is very bold person. So he could walk into Srila Prabhupada's room, through the servant, through the secretary, he'll just push them aside. In. And then the servant will say, Srila Prabhupada, I tried to stop it. No, Vishal is already here, leave it. So Vishal will offer full dandavats and he'll ask Srila Prabhupada, can I get up now from the floor? Prabhupada accepted that. He said, Srila Prabhupada, can I get up now? Prabhupada said, yes, Vishal, up. What is it? So Vishal asked this question. Such an amazing question. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada, can you define what is ISKCON? Can you describe a member of ISKCON? And can you describe the activities of the devotees in ISKCON? And Prabhupada beamed. He was like beaming, smiling. It's such a nice question. Like that. And Prabhupada answered in 6 words. Chant Hare Krishna, spread Hare Krishna. 6 words. And that encapsulates the entire consciousness of a devotee and the entire consciousness of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. By the mercy of Vishal, Prabhupada said this to all of us. Amazing. Do you have any comments or questions you'd like to ask?
Very wonderful explanation. Very wonderful explanation. We all want to get into Krishna's pastimes, but of course we have to be qualified. But it seems some people think they can just crash the party and meditate on being in Krishna's pastimes and therefore achieve their relationship with Krishna.
You're offering a comment, right?
I'm asking how you deal with that when they think that they can imagine themselves in the higher pastimes. It's one thing to read about them and appreciate them, but they imagine that they're in the pastimes.
So, like you answered your own question, it's just an imagination on the mental platform. It's a mental state, it's not really Krishna conscious. The mind is naughty. The mind is sometimes crazy, but the mind is usually the sum total of all madness. So if you're affected by the mind, that's what you get. It's not you. You're influenced by the crazy mind. But I'll answer it in another way. It's my own analogy. You see, when a woman gets married, and Srila Prabhupada gives this example also, but I'm saying it in another way. Okay. She cannot immediately demand from the husband that I want a child now. Prabhupada gives this analogy. She has to be utsahan and nishchayat dharyat. Prabhupada gives that in the nectar of instruction purport. She has to be enthusiastically serving her husband. Nishchayat, what it means? Confident and patience. Now can you imagine that she becomes pregnant with child? And then she tells her husband, when will this birth happen? If you interfere with the natural course of the development of the child may be born prematurely. You get it? I don't want to get any further to that. So if there's a premature entering into this thing, you'll be maimed for life. You'll be injured for life and you cannot recover for that. You'll have to take birth again to go to the proper way. You cannot rectify such a person. Very dangerous, very dangerous. Premature entering into these things. And not through the Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti. Kevala, but we sing it. It's not just a song, you know. We have to realize it. Banda Mohi Savadana Mate. Such a beautiful, worshipping the lotus feet of the Guru. And it's given to us by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. Do not be crippled or maimed for life in a premature way. As much as you interfere with the premature development of a baby within the womb. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Maharaj Vishal was offering obeisances to Prabhupada and said, "Can I get up?" So how much should we be dependent on being guided in every decision we make, or how much freedom do we have to have some individual thought and ideas of how to move forward?
I'm not sure how to respond to your question, because if you give me an example would help me. I can't give a general answer. It's different for different people. So give me an example, then it'll help.
But just like Vishal Prabhu was asking Guru Maharaj to get up, so somebody can say about every aspect of every decision, let me ask my Guru Maharaj, which isn't proper, but at the same time, how much of our own understanding and intelligence should we take liberty to make decisions?
Srila Prabhupada one time one disciple asked a question. I forget the context of the question. Please excuse me for that. But Srila Prabhupada answered the disciple in relation to the question, Tesham satatam yuktanam bhajate priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. So then Srila Prabhupada is explaining that, this priti purvakam, if there's some love and affection towards someone, then it's natural to inquire, how can I serve better? Because there's already an established relationship like that. So the disciple couldn't understand Srila Prabhupada's quotation of that verse from Bhagavad Gita from the 10th chapter, and he asked Srila Prabhupada, what does it mean? Because the word dadami, buddhi yoga, the word buddhi is used, intelligence of Krishna, not your intelligence. So then Srila Prabhupada said, don't you have common sense? Like that. So our intelligence in Krishna consciousness is common sense. And I'll give you an example. Just like if you're hungry, you're not going to go to Srila Prabhupada, can I go and eat? If you want to go to the bathroom, Srila Prabhupada, can I take your permission to go to the bathroom? It's not really like that. When I quoted this example of Vishal, that's his way of his relationship. Not everyone does that. You know Vishal, I know Vishal well. Yeah, he'll do something, he'll bow down, and sometimes you think he's sleeping there. Even he does it here. But probably thinking, when will he get up? It's just Vishal. But that's a uniqueness of Vishal's nature, which Prabhupada appreciated. So Prabhupada says, in Krishna consciousness we use common sense. We have no intelligence, we use Krishna's intelligence. Dadami, buddhi, yogam tam. You have to enter into my intelligence, which is following my instructions in Bhagavad Gita. That's surrender. Is that okay? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're going a little over time here. I like to. What should I do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Should I conclude or? So Panchagoda Prabhu is mercifully giving permission for more or one more question or comment. Let's ask one of the Vaishnavis, Mataji's ladies. Anyone has a question? I saw your hand up, I saw you. But you're not in that body I'm speaking about. Is that okay? Any of the ladies, Vaishnavis, Mataji's, girls who would like to ask a question? Yes, and there's two hands up. Hand went up before you. Bring the microphone this way. In the meantime, everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Maharaj said.
Yes, what's your name?
Thank you, Maharaj. Govinda Nandini.
Govinda Nandini Dasi. Okay.
Please apologize my ignorance, but I'm just
No.
curious.
Don't qualify yourself. Say the question.
Yeah, I wanted to know what was.
Or don't disqualify yourself either.
I wanted to know what was the relationship between Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, which I didn't hear much about that. Thank you.
What was the relationship between?
Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur.
Oh, they were Sankirtan partners. You know what that means? You went on Sankirtan with a Sankirtan partner? You know what Sankirtan partner? You went on Sankirtan? Book distribution? You did? Doesn't matter how little or how much more. But you did, right? So that's the relationship. They went on Sankirtan together. Bolo Krishna, Bhaje Krishna, Koro Krishna, Shiksha. Tell everyone. Bolo Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Bhaja Krishna, worship Krishna. Koro Krishna, Shiksha. Follow Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita. They went on Sankirtan together. So if you have a Sankirtan partner, the relationship is similar. All right, can I conclude? Yes. I mentioned this a few days ago when one of the devotees, Prita Prabhu, was making a comment to another devotee's class. And this is told to me by His Holiness Kirat Swami. And he said that Srila Prabhupada said that the way to develop the love of the gopis for Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And that's precisely what Srila Prabhupada did. I will repeat 2 more times. The way to develop the love of the gopis for Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Once more. And repeat with me. The way to develop the love of the gopis for Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And although we have support systems to spread Krishna consciousness, but the main forefront activity is distribution of prasadam, distribution of transcendental knowledge, which is book distribution, and distributing the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki, Bhagavat Breakfast Prasadam ki.